Welcome to class. I apologize, we're a little tardy here, but you all weren't. So thank you for being on time. And if this is your first time joining GoGo for one of these events, or your first time joining this one, which is functional fitness, um, feel free to use the chat and let us know your name and let us know where you are in the world today. Because as you might know, or might not know, GoGo is all over the United States and Canada, and we've actually just launched in Australia. So there's so many places you could be. We'd love to know where. Terrific. So you all can continue to write in the chat where you're coming from, but let's kick things off and get started. Welcome to our functional fitness class. This is something that we are offering every other week. We're switching between chair yoga and functional fitness, and this is something that is part of your GoGo membership, and we're so happy that you are taking advantage of it and getting to spend a little more time like in this community and checking in with our bodies and having these positive experiences. So thank you for being here. As you know, GoGo offers a number of services, all with one phone number. I have the number written here, but if anybody is calling in, our number is 855-464-6872. But you probably know that because it's in our emails and things too. But if you ever need anything from us, whether it's rides, meals, groceries, prescription, medication delivery, even home services, maybe some things you need a little help with around the house, like cleaning, or maybe a new piece of furniture you need built. You ordered it, you need some help building it. I know that is always a problem for me. Or if you have any outside work you need done around this time. I know I'm in New England. There's a lot of leaves, time to clean the yard and get ready for winter. So now GoGo is offering these virtual events as part of the things that we can connect you to. And I'm Cassie. I'm GoGo's communications director. And every week we are joined by Adra, and she wears many hats for GoGo, teaching many classes. So I'm going to kick things back over to her.
Hi, everyone. Good to see you. Lots of familiar faces, a couple of new ones as well. Happy Wednesday. So today's our functional fitness class. So what you need is a chair. We don't sit that much in this class, but we want to use the chair just throughout. And then if you can, grab a set of weights or some cans or water bottles, 3-pound weights, 1-pound weights, whatever you have. If you have nothing at all, doesn't matter. You can do all of the movements without weight. Before we start moving, does anybody remember what the move of the week for
extensions?
So fast, Carol. Wow.
I tried.
You got it, Carol. So I think V is going to be sending you a private message to just confirm your information.
Okay.
So make sure you answer her so that she can actually send you the credits. And this is also a good time for those of you who won the last few weeks. I believe Arlene and Lynn, maybe. If you haven't received your credits, it's because you need to confirm with V. So she's going to send you a private message. And you can confirm your information. I think it's your phone number, your email, just to be sure the stuff gets sent to the right place. So if you haven't got your credits and you won, look for that message from V. Okay, I think that's it for that. Let's go ahead and make sure we can all see me. So we'll move out of the presenter mode and put me in spotlight. Cassie, is the presentation still showing? Ah, there we go. Okay, so hopefully I'm the main thing you can see. If it is not me, go to the top right-hand corner if you're on a computer and pick speaker view. There's a gallery and a speaker view, and you want to pick speaker view. And then otherwise, if there are issues, you can put it in the message and Cassie will try and sort you out for next time so that you can see me properly in the future. Alrighty. Oh, it's so nice to see everyone's faces. All right, let's get going. Let's stand up. And just shake it off. Shake out your arms, shake out your legs. Just shake off the day so far. Shake off all the things that need to happen later. And then go ahead and pause, ground your feet, and stand. Just standing normally. Maybe close the eyes if you can balance, otherwise keep those eyes open. And just notice how your body lands. So how do you comfortably typically stand? So no need to change anything. First, just noticing where you're starting. What is the weight like right to left? What is the weight like on your feet? Is it more forward, more back, more to the outer edges of the feet or inner edges? So just notice those habitual patterns we have in our body. See if you can start to line yourself up a little bit more equally right to left. So finding even weight on your feet right to left, letting your feet face mostly forward or maybe a slight turn out in the toes. Even weight front to back. You're really grounded. Your pelvis is over your heels. Your spine is long and your rib cage is relaxed. Your head is stacked over your rib cage. I'm just feeling this nice, strong, steady stance. On your inhale, you can open those eyes, circle the arms out to the side and up towards the sky. And then exhale, hands come down towards the chest. Let's inhale, arms circle out and up, stretching tall. And then exhale, hands to the heart. 2 more times. Inhale, arms circle. Exhale, arms down, moving in whatever range feels safe to your body. 1 more time. Inhale, arms circle. And exhale, hands come down. Great. Let's inhale, open up the arms out to the side and lift the chest. So it's like we're stretching the front of the body. The tail goes back, the chest lifts. And then exhale, round your back and give yourself a hug. So you're dropping your chest, you're rounding your back, you're tucking your tail. Inhale, we open up. And exhale, we round. Keep going at your own pace. So you can go faster or slower than me. Follow your breath. And then coming back to center, relax your arms and begin to bend side to side. We'll do a few just like this before we add on to this movement. All right, come back to center. If it's comfortable for your body, you'll reach those arms up to the sky. Imagine you're holding something really heavy in your arms. We're not actually holding anything, but imagine you're holding something heavy here. We're going to inhale, side bend to one side, feel that imaginary weight, and then exhale, use those core muscles to bring yourself back up. Inhale, side bend the other way. Again, imagining that you're holding something heavy, and then exhale back up. Keep going at your own pace. Couple more times. Let's do about one more time each side, no rush. And then release. Once you're even right to left, shake out those arms. Let's take those legs a little bit wide. So a little wider than the shoulders. And then we're going to twist our upper body. So rotating that upper body. You can let your lower body move. Allow your arms to swing freely. So our feet are about as wide as the shoulders or wider. We're rotating our torso. Arms are swinging freely. Couple more times. And finding center, releasing those arms. Let's heel toe those feet back towards each other. And then we'll pause in our nice tall stance and just notice for a second any changes in the body after a couple of minutes of movement. Do you feel any different? There's no right or wrong. We're just noticing. All right, and let's go into some squats. So we're gonna want our chair for these squats because we'll ease our way up into the squats. So we're going to sit at the edge of our chair. I'm facing sideways so you can see me better. You do not need to face sideways. You can face whatever direction is comfortable. So I'm sitting towards the front of the chair, so there's plenty of room behind me. I'm away from the backrest. Bending the knees so that the ankles are not just directly under the knees, but a little bit further behind the knees. So there's quite a bend in those knees. We'll lean forward. Hands can start on the thighs. Let's go ahead and hover those hips an inch off the ground or off the chair, and then come back down. We'll lean forward. So we're hinging at the hips. Torso's hovering over those thighs. Hover the hips a couple of inches off the chair, and back down. So keep doing that a few times. If it's comfortable, I'm going to offer that you keep your hands off your legs so that you don't use those arms to help you. Maybe the arms come forward in front of you. If this is really challenging, then you don't need to lift those hips off the ground. You can just imagine that you're lifting. Or you could sit yourself up higher, put several pillows on your chair. Just make sure they're not going to run away from you. So make sure that they're pretty sturdy cushions. And try this from a higher height. All right, pause, take a break, sitting tall. We're going to keep adding on to that in a moment, but we'll do a little core work in between to give our legs a break. Cross those arms in front of the body. So I'm creating an X here with the arms, hands to the shoulders. Spine stays long, so we're doing more of a hinge. We'll inhale, lean back towards your backrest, almost touch it, or maybe you touch it, and then exhale using your abdominal muscles, sit up. So we inhale, lean back. Exhale, sit up. Keep going at your own pace. Let's do 2 or 3 more times. And then next time you're sitting up, relax those arms, sit tall. And we'll go back into squats, but this time we're adding on, so we're going into full squats. Instead of the hip hover, we'll go into full squats. So leaning forward, arms can reach forward, or if you need to, use your hands on your legs. Come all the way up to stand. and then we'll slowly go back down. Let's use some breathing. So we'll inhale on the way down. Inhale, lower, lower, lower. See if you can sit to your chair. If you can't reach, that's okay. You're hovering above the chair. And then exhale all the way up. Keep going. Down and up. So you're moving in whatever range works for you. So if you can't reach the chair, you're not going all the way down to the chair. You're stopping at that point where you can't keep going. If you can, those arms are not helping you. So you can reach them forward, but they're not pushing down into your arm rests or into your thighs, if possible. If not, totally okay, right? Listen to your body, take care of your body, do it safe. A couple more times. All right, and next time we're gonna come all the way down, go back to your seat, nice control. Great, now we'll go into our leg extensions. So sitting tall, we'll straighten one leg, bend, and the other. You can do this as fast or as slow as you'd like. Try and keep your torso upright. So notice as you straighten that leg, if your body starts to lean back. See if you can keep your torso up. Next time one leg is straight, we're going to pause and hold. Little pulses up towards the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend that knee and switch legs. So straighten the other leg. Legs stay straight, but we're pulsing up towards the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lowering down. All right, while we're sitting here, we'll do a quick little twist. So keeping those knees tracking forward, so don't let one knee slide forward. Rotate your spine one direction. Hands can go outside of your leg or to the chair. Back of the neck is long, few breaths. And then twist the other way. And then back to center. Go ahead and come up to stand. We're going to do an arm reach before adding weights. So we're going to reach both arms up towards the sky. Now, when you reach those arms up towards the sky, notice what your rib cage does, notice what your spine does, in addition to what your shoulders are doing. So just do that a few times. Reach those arms up. Notice what parts of the body move to make that happen for you. Okay, next time the arms are down, pause there. Now we're going to try and keep our rib cage still and our spine still. And we're going to try and really move just the shoulders. So that means the range of motion might be smaller. So I don't want to see any of this, right? So then I'm moving my spine, not my arms. So arms reach up. It's the arms that lift you up, not the spine. And then arms down. So now we're going to add some weights. Now that we have that concept. And so you might find that you can't reach those arms straight overhead. Totally fine. They can be slightly forward. So we're going into a 2 set of movements. So we're going to bend the elbows, bicep curl, and then press those arms up towards the ceiling. But again, we're watching, is it the arms that are doing the movement and the shoulders, or is it the spine? Try and keep your spine out of it. And then bend the elbows, lower the arms with control. So bicep curl, shoulder press, bend the elbows, lower the arms. Keep going. If you need a break, you can always take a break. You can also go to just one arm at a time, alternating arms. Couple more times. All right, and then lower the arms down, put the weights to the side just for a moment. Brief break. Going to take your feet about as wide as your shoulders. So we want a nice wide base of support here. We're going to hold an imaginary item between our hands because later we're going to use this with weights. We'll bring our arms down towards our right hip. You can twist your body and then arms up towards the ceiling on the left. So we're creating this diagonal movement. You can have a little rotation. You can have a slight bend in the knees. You can let your hips move. So let your lower body do what's natural. You're going to imagine you're carrying a heavy weight here. All right, and then we're going to switch directions. So now we go bottom left-hand corner. Again, imagining we're carrying something heavy. And then go up right-hand corner, nice and high. So down and up diagonal the other way. Might feel different, might feel funny. Again, you're imagining you're carrying something heavy. Your knees can be soft. You can let your whole body twist. Just make sure it's safe, right? It shouldn't hurt. If anything hurts, don't do it. Take a break. Maybe take a stretch. Do something else. We want this to be controlled. All right. So now if that feels okay, we're adding our weights. So you're going to hold on to those weights. I like to have the weights touching if possible, if that's comfortable. So you can either hold them kind of the traditional way and then let them touch, or you can hold on to the, I don't even know how to say this, the heads of the weights. So whatever is comfortable. All right, so we're going down one side, doesn't matter which side, and then up, diagonal to the other side. Woo, and then down and up. Take your time. See if you can go slow. So slow is hard. Slow is super hard. If you need more challenge, you straighten those arms. If you need less challenge, bend those elbows. Let's do a few more this direction. And then take a break. Pause, shake out the shoulders. All right, other side. Arms go down at the diagonal and then up at the other diagonal. So creating that nice diagonal line with control. So harder, straight arms, easier, bent arms. Allow your body to twist. Jaw is relaxed. Breath is smooth. If you want to add breathing, it's inhale on the way down, exhale up. Inhale on the way down, exhale as you go up. Maybe one or two more. And then back to center, release. Shake it off. Okay, we're going to another set of those bicep curl to overhead press. So bend those elbows. Press the arms overhead. Bend those elbows, lower the arms. Keep going. Couple more times, you keep going. I need to take my sweatshirt off. This is making me hot. Few more. Okay, and then release those arms. If you need to lower the weights and shake it off, that's fine. We're going back to that diagonal movement. As long as it felt okay on your body. If that felt like too much, get rid of the weights. Do it without the weight. So feet go about shoulder width or a little bit wider. Knees are soft. You can start any direction. Maybe start the other way this time. So start low on one side, diagonal up on the other. And then rest for a moment. Other direction. Low at the diagonal on one side, high at the diagonal on the other. If you want, you inhale down, exhale up. Okay, and release. Let's put those weights off to the side for a moment. Shake out those arms. Let's stretch those shoulders. We're gonna bring one arm across the body and then bend the elbow of the other arm to hook that left arm or right arm. Sorry, I didn't say which arm. One arm crosses the body, the other arm pulls it in. Great, and then switch sides. Other arm crosses in front of the body, so it's sort of parallel to the earth. Other arm bends to pull the forearm closer to your body. Nice stretch in the shoulder. All right, and release those arms, shake it off. We're gonna go into some lunges. So I'm gonna suggest that you bring your right hand towards your chair or right hand to the wall or a counter so that you have something to hold on to for support if needed. Our left leg is going to be forward and our right leg is going to step back, maybe 2 feet. All 10 toes face forward. Our back heel is off the ground if that's possible and safe for the body. We'll bend both knees, moving towards 90-degree bend, but it doesn't matter how low you go. So maybe you only bend an inch, or maybe you bend a lot. So both knees bend, like we're moving down the elevator. And then both legs straighten, we're moving up the elevator. So you see that the torso for these stays straight up. So the torso stays still, and it's just the legs bending and straightening. Only move in a range that feels safe. So if your knees are feeling achy, maybe you don't go as far. If balance feels okay, you can let go of the chair. You can just let those arms dangle, give your arms a little break. Thinking about really pushing down into that front heel as you lift up. A few more times. And then next time your knees are bent, pause. And then we step forward, back foot meets the front, using the chair for support if needed. And then we turn around, so facing the other direction. Now left hand is by the chair. Right leg is in front. Left foot steps back about 2 feet. All 10 toes face forward, back heel is off the ground. We bend the knees. We're moving towards 90, but it doesn't mean you need to go all the way to 90-degree bend and straighten. So up and down at your own pace, making sure you're breathing the whole time Feeling free to let go of the chair if the balance is safe. If it is not, please hold on. Next time your knees are bent, we'll pause. Feel free to use the chair for balance or not. Step forward, back foot meets the front. Shake it off. All right, we're gonna stay with the chair nearby if you want the support for balance. We're going to stand on the left foot. So standing on the left foot, we're going to bend that right knee. And let's bring that right leg forward in front of us like a march. Feel free to continue holding on to the chair, or if it's comfortable, you'll let go of the chair and hold your balance there. Release the leg, shake it off. And then we switch sides. So standing strong on your right foot, holding on to the chair as needed. Other leg lifts, left leg lifts into a march position. So the thigh is parallel to the earth, the knee is bent approximately 90 degrees. Couple more breaths, actively pushing down into that standing leg. And release, shake it off. All right, we're going back to another set of lunges. If your balance is okay and you want to add on, you are welcome to grab your weights for the lunges. It's not going to be that much extra weight, but it just gives you something else. If not, please don't grab the weights. So left leg in front, right leg back. All 10 toes face forward. Feet are about 2 feet apart. Spine is long. If you want to add on, we're going to add a bicep curl with the knee bend. So it's a little coordination. So as we bend our knees into that lunge, we're going to bend the elbows, hands towards the shoulders. And then we straighten the legs and lower the arms. So you can do this with or without weights. But if balance is tricky, please keep holding on. Or just have a hand nearby to grab on if needed. And just keep going, moving in whatever range feels good and safe to the body. For these bicep curls, if possible, those palms are facing forward, or the forearms are facing forward so that the soft part of the elbows are forward, the bony part of the elbows back. Next time your knees are bent and your elbows are bent, we'll pause and hold, but let's hold with our arms at a 90-degree bend or a halfway bend for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come out of it, shake it off. And we go to the second side. So again, all the same things apply. Weights or no weights, doesn't matter. Listen to your body. Right foot forward, left leg back. All 10 toes face forward. Back heel is off the ground. If you're adding the movement of the arms, as you bend those knees, elbows bend, bicep curl. As you straighten the legs, arms straighten. Couple more times. Next time you're down, we hold, elbows bend at 90 degrees. Holding that lunge for 10. 5. And coming out of it. Shake it off. If you have those weights, go ahead and put them down for a second. We're going to stretch our forearms and our fingers. So you'll interlace those fingers and then push your palms forward. And then release, shake it off. All right. So this next movement, we're going to start without the weights and then you can add the weights. It's a pretty tricky one, or it can get quite tiring. So arms start alongside the body. We're going to circle the arms out to the side and then up towards the sky. We did this right at the beginning and then back down, right? So easy with no weight. If you want to add challenge, you have a couple of options. You can imagine that you're moving through something sticky, like peanut butter or honey, where you have resistance, or you grab those weights and you do the circles with the weights. You can always do one arm at a time if doing both arms at once doesn't feel right. Totally okay. Moving with control. Couple more. Okay, and letting that go, shaking it off. Okay, so we're moving into a deadlift. You can keep holding onto your weights or you can get rid of the weights. What I want to see is a hinging at the hips, first with straight legs, and then we're gonna allow those knees to bend. It's like we're gonna reach down to pick something up off the ground, but we don't want our spine to change shape. So the torso can move position, but I don't want there to be a rounding or an extending of the spine. The spine does not change. So we lean forward, bending at the hips so the glutes go back, torso comes forward. When it feels like you want to round your back, that's when you're going to bend your knees and come forward. So my torso here is parallel to the earth. And then straighten the legs, lift the torso up. I'll talk you through it slowly a couple more times. So hips go back, we hinge forward, flat back, so spine does not change shape. The moment my spine wants to change shape, I bend the knees, keep the spine the same, lower down. My torso is close to parallel to the earth, and then straighten the legs and come up. So keep going here a couple more times. What we're looking for is to get this nice motion in the hips. You might get a stretch in the backs of the legs, a little bit of work. So usually deadlifts are done with pretty heavy weight, but it's still quite helpful to get this motion with no weight at all. Let's do about 3 or 4 more. And then next time you're standing tall, you'll shake it off. And we're going to come back near the chair. We're going to have, let's do left hand on the chair. So you want to be sideways so that there's room in front of you and behind you, or not sideways, but the chair is next to you, not in front of you. Left hand is on the chair. Right leg is going to stay where it is. Left leg goes back behind you. So just the tips of the toes are on the ground. So I can lift that foot off the ground. I don't know if you can see that, but we're standing at right leg. My left foot is back behind me about a foot, but there's no weight on it, right? It's just sort of resting. We're going to do the same deadlift-like action, but just on this front leg. So we're hinging forward. That back leg lifts off the ground a little bit, if possible. If that's safe. If not, toes stay down. And then we bend that right knee. We straighten the right leg and lift the torso up. So we hinge forward. All of my weight's that front leg, even though my left toes are touching the ground. And then I bend my knees a little bit. Still, all of the weight's in that right leg. And then I come up. Awesome. So keep going. We hinge forward. Bend that standing knee, that right knee or that front knee. Straighten the leg, lift the torso. A couple more times. So that back leg is there for balance. That left hand on the chair is there for balance. If you want to get rid of that left hand, you may, if it feels safe, right? It gets much harder, it gets much trickier without the chair. Spine stays long, so watch that you're not rounding the back. Let's do about one or two more. Coming all the way up. Shake it off. Notice the differences right to left. And then we switch sides. So other hand, right hand is on the chair. Our moving or working leg is our left leg. Right foot goes behind us. So the right toes are on the ground. They can also come off the ground, but they're just there for balance and to get the leg out of the way, not to do the job. We hinge forward, so that movement is happening at the hips. So the glutes go back, our torso comes forward, and then we bend that standing knee. So that left knee bends. The right knee is going to bend as well if your toes are down, but all of the weight's on that left leg. Straighten the left leg, lift the torso up. So torso comes forward, hips go back, we bend the left knee, all the weight on that left leg straightens, torso lifts. Keep going. If you want, for the last few, you're welcome to do it without holding on. Just know that it's much trickier without holding on. About one or two more. All right, and coming up, shake it off. We're going to come back to sit in our chair, just sitting down mindfully. So, use this opportunity to sit in your chair like you're doing a squat. So really bend those knees, try and use those legs to bring yourself all the way down to sit. All right, once we're seated, we're going to go into a figure four stretch or a variation of a figure four stretch. So one option is to cross your right ankle over your left thigh, creating a four shape with your legs, so the knee is out to the side. This is tricky. Sit yourself up on some cushions. Otherwise, you can also cross your legs or cross your ankles and allow those knees to open. You can be still, or you can find a little bit of movement here. So I like to rock a little side to side because I feel more stretch as I move, but if being still is where you feel the most stretch, then that's fine. All right, and then coming to center, release, and we switch sides. So left ankle crosses over the thigh, knee opens wide. Or we cross the thighs, or we cross the ankles and allow the knees to open. You can sit up on some cushions, you can be still, or you can let your torso move and notice how that movement of your torso affects the stretch. And then go ahead and release. So feet flat on the ground, sitting tall, spine is long. Let's inhale, circle the arms out to the side and up towards the sky. Palms touch, exhale, hands to the chest, hands to the heart. 2 more times. Inhale, circle out. Exhale, lowering down. Last time, inhale, circle. Exhale, palms touch, hands to the heart. Give yourself a hand. Great job, everyone. Thank you for being here. It's always wonderful to see your faces. So our move for next yoga session, so not next week, but the week after, next yoga session, not yoga, what are we doing? Functional fitness is overhead press. So I want to encourage you throughout the week, every time you go through a doorway, even without weights, do an overhead press. Reach those arms up, get the arms over your head. So move of the week, overhead press.
Thank you so much for sharing that. And as you guys know, and for folks that are new here, if you have a question that you want to ask but are feeling shy, or the idea or question comes to you later, you can always email us back. Email the email address that you're getting all of the invites to these events from, and I can share them with Adra. And if you don't know, I also want to make sure that you are able to join our, let's see if you can see this, our social media group, so our Facebook group. This is a place where we're building a lot of community. People are sharing, photographs they're taking, recipes that are, their favorite. I wonder, Bertha, if you might actually spark a lot of conversation in the Facebook community about tips, tips for turkeys, tips for gathering this holiday season. So hope to see you all there. We have the link in the Facebook link in the chat. And that concludes today's event. We're so happy that you were here, and look out in your inbox for the recap video, so that you can, do this again at your leisure, whenever you want, at your own pace. So until next time, hope everyone stays well. Bye.